Right, we do have Zoun in the top left. We do have solar. Introductions, I don't care. So if you want to have those fancy introductions like this one here, and with those rotations and then those super zoom ins and stuff like that, no. It's not going to be here. Simple and plain. Just like that. And that's going to be it. Because I hate those introductions. Should get rid of those. But it's fine. We'll still do them for now. Until the end of time, probably. As our biggest advocate is not with us, unfortunately, anymore. We do have that SCV trying to repair the Hyperion down here. Or is it the Nora 2? I don't know. Maybe it's the one from the campaign in StarCraft Brood War. I think that was the Nora 2, right? Thank you so much for the follow, by the way. Oh, probe going across the map here. Overlord, of course, is gonna make its way as well. And our harassment probes coming in. They were trying out the one range probe in the Brood War versus SC2 and SC Evo, and it was just too overpowered, so they had to nerf it again to no range. You could basically kill everyone with a drone pull or with a worker pull probes, because it was so strong with that range. Unfortunately, pathing is just too good in StarCraft 2. Now, as I like to call it, the miracle of the Protoss race, the cybernetics core. It's basically what enables them to do anything. The pinnacle of knowledge. The root of all evil, you might as well call it. Stargate, of course. Tech of choice. Before that, Warpcade research. And drone is gonna take the third base, of course, as well. What would we see else from a Zerg player but queens and drones and 4 Zerglings? And just like a couple of spores, because they don't need even evos anymore or anything. I feel like that macro mechanic, like, okay, let's go a little bit big picture here and back to, because this is a PVZ, right? There's not gonna happen anything until that first Oracle is gonna hit the field anyway, so we have a little bit, we have still a minute time. If this was in Wings of Liberty, right, where you had those 4 larvae from the 1 inject, so the macro mechanic was different then, right? It was quite more powerful actually, so he had way more units, and you could just produce so much more from those 2 hatcheries, so even the first hatchery. So like, those all-ins, they were just way more stronger. You could just get so much more units out in the early game comparatively to now. That also makes it kind of forces Zerg a little bit, or pushes them in that direction where they're like, yeah, well, if I have to kind of make more production, if my all-ins are kind of weaker like that anyways, why would I go for anyone, right? I just play defensively and macro up, right? So that's something I really think a lot of those middle of the road macro mechanic differences here for Zerg do take away from that Zerg early game actually. Now first double Oracle coming in here. It's gonna hit the first four queens. No, it's only 3. And then there's another set of 2 in the main. And he will find his way into a Spore Crawler. And that will kill the first Oracle. Wow. He did lose 1 Oracle and get 1 drone, but I mean, you're happy here as Solar, of course. That went all to plan, and this is interesting. Ho-ho! Double Robo. Insta double Robo. Will we see Mass Immortal? I've seen that. Will we see a fast double Colossi? 4 Colossi play is something you can do. And get the range with the second set of Colossi, basically. But you need a bunch of money for that. That's so much money. He actually hasn't made really any units. He hasn't made a Twilight. He has 3 adapts basically and 1 Stalker. That's all of the units he made. He never really warped in extra units. Now he's gonna warp in a Forge in the Twilight Council. Not sure about this one. If you go double robotics, why would you do that? I mean, what is he gonna use it now? What is he gonna make? An Observer and an Immortal at the same time? Okay, so he's gonna do this very Immortal heavy. This is not gonna be fast Colossal. I'm a little bit sad actually. I would have wanted to see a fast double Colossal, even though I think it's actually a little bit too early, but that might have been a tricky play. The Oracles, man, they're not finding anything. Look at that. No, 0 kills, 0 kills. 0-0 on those guys. It's like a Premier League match at this point between them. No charge. And +1. Will we see more Immortals? Now he's going to make 1 Observer and a 3rd Immortal. Will we see more Immortals, or will he eventually transition that into a more AoE-centric composition? Will we see that extra little bit of tech come on or not? It's only Immortal so far. He's trying to make another one, but he is supply blocked unfortunately. He's throwing down extra pylons, extra gateway, extra Templar archives. Okay. I wonder if he saw the Spire already. Let's actually have a look where it is. I don't think he has been there in quite a while. So no, the Spire is still invisible, and that's a good call against an Immortal-centric army. You can just... I mean, he probably sees with his links. You still only have that sentry. He's looking at this. Now he finds out about these Immortals. He could potentially just go Muta. If you see this army composition from your opponent, you can just make like 15 Mutas and kill him. He also sees everything in the main base. He sees there's literally no anti-air even to chase out the Overseer. He sees all of these gateways go up. This is like an open book to him. So yeah, I want to see those 15 Mutas. Let's go. Make them. He can make 9 right now. There we go. He's gonna make 9 right now. And that's an easy counter. The only thing that's really good against air in this group is gonna be the Archons. But you can even magic box Archons, it doesn't matter. There's only 1 Stalker, 1 Sentry. They're not gonna assist the Archon in a powerful enough way here. This is not gonna be an easy defense here for Zoun. Oh, that drone needs to move a little bit. Oh, he actually just... Oh! For a second I thought that 1 drone would trigger it. Now is this gonna start? Or is he just gonna make more things? Now he's gonna go into Phoenix. I think he smelled something. He's like, I have no... And you're not pushing, you're not doing anything. I need to make Phoenix. But he needs to actually throw down a second starport. Because the Mutas are already here, look at that! Oh, he goops it before the Phoenix pops, but then he just messes on the Musa Micro and he just eat a bunch of damage from that Archon. But there's no Warp Prism here to help this defense, so now he just needs to warp in Splinkler Stalkers. That's awful. And during this time, while these Mutas are doing all of that harassment, he's pulling away the army. He can potentially snipe this Nexus. He's trying to go for that. Now, setting off the stasis traps first. He has a bunch of biles. He's going to bile down a few of those structures here first, of the defensive structures. These Mutas, man, need to be careful though. They cannot engage the Archons directly. That's the only thing you can't do with them. Kill the Archons. But he's going to bring them. He's going to assist this fight here. He's going to kill the Oracle. That's a lovely move here, actually. And he could just snipe the Nexus with those. Or he can just go in again and... Man, you need to snipe the Nexus, Solar. I feel like this is a little bit of a waste on those biles. He's trying to utilize those biles with the army there. He's actually catching a few of those Immortals, so yeah, nice on him. But in the end, I mean, the Muta window is closing. The Phoenix production is on again. And he's chrono boosting them. He is sitting at 2 right now, and once he hits like 4 to 5 Phoenixes, he could just kill those Mutas. I mean, even those 3 might just be enough. He's gonna make a 4th one. He might even cancel it. He's gonna make a 4th one, and yeah, Solar just needs to find an objective. He's gonna get the Nexus at least. So him killing this one is gonna be enough for him to basically get a good lead in this game, but this investment needed to pay off. And now it did pay off. Now he can go into his other kind of tech composition where he wants to go. He's gonna utilize the Baneling Nest next. And he's going to go into those, probably, yeah, well, Bane Roach for now, or Bane Ravager, but And I'm guessing we'll see a Hydra Den very soon here as well. Because this army is actually not that Baneling volatile. This is mostly units that don't really die to Bane, so... Now those mutants are still here, so you need to be a little bit careful with those Phoenix. You cannot just utilize them for lifts right now. But, I mean, this defense, if you can just keep all of these Immortals alive and keep the Nexus alive, that would be great. But I feel like Solar is gonna get another kill. He was just too far ahead from that Muta run-in. And buying so much time on that first engagement on the ground, actually. Another cancel does happen here. And Zoun has been losing quite a few of his Immortals. We look at this already. Oh, only one Immortal actually died, so not that many. But 6 Archons did fall. That's quite a bunch. Still is remaking Phoenix. I'm not sure about this. He's really like, alright, you dare to make Mutas again. I feel like you just don't. You're fine with 3 Phoenix. He still has those 3 Mutas. He's actually lifting guys right now. I'm not sure about that. You should just kill those Mutas first. He's gonna find the Mutas, but in the end there, in the bottom, another Archon does die. He needs more Archon support here. Or these Links are basically gonna kill him eventually. We do see Baneling speed finishing up right now here. And there should be a bigger morph of Banes here very soon. Links are gonna get +1 for this engagement potentially, and then they can just shred through all of those. Now all of the Links do deplete here for now. We see another Archon here to anchor this position, but Immortals are starting to fall. Still though, Zoun is kind of keeping himself alive, but again, if he cannot secure a 4th base soon, he will be out of the game. Can he keep this Nexus alive? I don't think so. I think he has to cancel. +1 Links. It's just too much. Oh, he's not gonna cancel. It's a kill. That's a big one. He decides to try to go for the Seesaw. He really wants to get an objective himself. He does not find out about this base. He doesn't see it. Unfortunately, this could have been a quick snipe here with these Immortals. 6 Immortals do just 1 click a hatchery, it feels like. Now he still has no AoE. We don't see any Storm. Storm is what could make this a easy hold for yourself. Oh my god. This creep is so freaking far across the map. And Zoun has, I mean, if you take a look, the drones killed quickly before, it's only 2, so he never really got across the map, he never really put on that much pressure. Now Baneling's coming in here, but running into Archons, that's really what you want to have as Zoun here. So first part of the engagement going very good for our Protoss player. Can he stabilize? Can he hold his base? Maybe there's just too many Ravagers behind us, a few Transfuses to keep them alive as well. Only Immortals, no support units anymore. He's not using the Warp Prism here to micro those Immortals as well, and GG has to be caught. Solar is gonna overpower Zoun here in that last push. But that was kind of a knife's edge. If Zoun ever stabilizes that 4th base, and if he gets 1 AoE spell user or thing up, he will just seesaw the action and just overpower Solar.